Oh my goodness. Cornerstone Art just made a Lupe Fiasco skit. For some reason, I wasn't even expecting this to come, but I should have. In hindsight, I should have known they were going to do one of these. But let's see what they got to say. If you don't know, I'm pretty connected to this whole Lupe Fiasco situation because damn near everybody involved I know, like, and I consider some of them homies, whether it's Green, whether it's Torre, whether it's goddamn, even Quality, I've known, you know, from the reactions and stuff. Hilarious. Let's get right into this, man.
Lupe Fiasco, often considered one of the most underappreciated rappers of all time.
Facts.
It's a pleasure to have you here in my office for our first interview. Appreciate it. It seems like you've got hip-hop Twitter talking once again with your yearly "Actually, Kendrick isn't that good of a lyricist" take. Would you...
It do be coming annually, though. You feel me? In a good year, we might get more than one. You know? I feel like Lupe Kendrick take is like Puxatawny Phil, right? If we get a nice random one, it's gonna be a good year, bro. I'm telling you, the more salt on it, the better the year. So just know the rest of the year finna be fire, because he went on a whole, well, actually, Kendrick tour. Nigga. Shout out to Lupe. And like I said, this is all fun and games at the end of the day, but Lupe is, I don't care what anybody says, one of the most prolific writers that we have. Those first two albums were absolutely classic and legendary. And one thing I will not allow, we can joke on him, we can laugh at him, but you're not going to tell me you're a Kendrick Lamar fan and then try to make fun of Lupe Fiasco for writing or rapping too complex, because that's literally what the Ovi Hose was trying to say about Kendrick. That's the same thing as, oh, why are you on stage talking with a dictionary? That's anti-intellectualism, and that's just anti-hip-hop, and you sound like an idiot when you say that, and you claim to be a Kendrick fan. Because I'm a real Kendrick fan. And now, that being said, Lupe be saying some head ass, boy. You know what I mean?
Actually, Kendrick isn't that good of a lyricist take. Would you like to explain your thought process on giving this opinion again? Man, here we go with this BS again. Lupe, you hating on Kendrick. Lupe, you hating on Kendrick. You criticize Kendrick Lamar one time nowadays, and all of a sudden you hate hip-hop.
He said
to
one
be fair,
time.
you have reiterated this opinion about Kendrick Lamar and his lack of lyricism multiple times, almost yearly since like 2012. Okay, and I said he makes better albums than me. He's a better artist than me. He makes better music than me. Most of it.
Bruh, the animation is what sets this to a different level. There is something about the way his eyes are bugging out of his skull and his arms are crossed. I always got to take the time out. Let's just give a round of applause to Cornerstone Arts. I don't know if y'all got a team. I don't know if it's just one person, but animation is one of the most difficult mediums of content. One of the most difficult mediums of art. And the fact that this person maintains a YouTube channel consistently uploading animated stuff, no matter how, like, you know, little animation there is, or maybe some people might call it crude or whatever, it's still like a big step to do this, you know?
Because of his team in that beat selection. But he is not that great of a lyricist. Like, what is crazy about that? Name one thing I've ever said about Kendrick Lamar that was crazy. You said that Logic was better than him.
That was another thing I want to point out. Lupe Fiasco can have any take he wants, can have any opinion he wants, right? Telling Lupe to shut up and dribble is also anti-intellectualism. I also feel like it's rooted in racism, because I feel like everything that black people are majority in, it's always shut up and do that thing. And that's why shut up and dribble is a literal phrase. And then when it's hip hop, niggas don't want to hear shut up and rap. You know, and sometimes I say shut up and rap when I want y'all to be competitive and not just drama back and forth on Twitter. But niggas don't want to hear artists' opinions is ignorant, and just tell you, just give me your art, shut up, bro. Just give me when I want it, and I don't want to talk. These are human beings. He has every right to have any take. Now, with that being said, he don't have the right to have that Logic take. I'll protect any take but that one. You're objectively wrong there, nigga. And it just feels like I'm going back. It feels racist. Logic, Lupe, you don't believe that. Lupe, you've never believed that. That was you trying to shade. Logic, my nigga, I don't want to be. No, nigga, never.
That was crazy to say back in 2014. In 2026, it's blasphemous.
Yes.
I mean, I stand on that.
No, you
Logic
don't.
is better than Kendrick. That don't make me a hater. 1-800 is one of the most important songs of all time. What Logic album is that song from? Man, just say y'all don't care about victims of suicide. You don't care about victims of suicide. You're virtue signaling to avoid looking like a hater. See, and this is what's wrong with modern day hip hop discourse. Anybody that says anything negative about hip hop's golden child is automatically a hater. You're entitled to your own opinions on his music, but you repeatedly giving this take, along with the increasingly nonsense straw man arguments that you have to justify, makes you look bitter and jealous because he was able to blend lyricism and commercial success far better than you ever were. Cause y'all give...
And one thing, like y'all see me defending his rights to having everything, whatever. But one thing I'll never understand is when niggas be saying like, it's like ironic how everybody be defending their right to have an opinion, but then be getting mad at other people's opinions about their opinion. Have you ever noticed that? Like, people will fight for their right to have, like, can't I just have my opinion? Man, once I open my mouth, oh, I'm a Kendrick hater. Man, why can't I just have my opinion? Just let me talk. I am, nigga. We're just talking about your opinion. This is my opinion about your opinion. And in a way, you telling me to shut up and just listen to what you say is also you telling me to shut up and dribble. So it's like, I never understood that in arguments where people would be like, I don't have a right to say what I want. It's like, yeah, nigga, I'm not taking you to jail, bro. We're just talking. We're just talking on Twitter or social media. It's okay. You're not gonna go to jail, nigga.
Grammys for taking a shit. Y'all give him Grammys for thinking about taking a shit. Oh, I think I'm going to move my bowels today. Boom! Grammy! You know, it's really funny to think that you were really Kendrick Lamar before Kendrick Lamar. Lyrical, conscious, pro-black. It just didn't end up working out the way that we wanted it to for you.
Don't leave out the commercial success, too. I also feel like this is a weird narrative that's being, like, right now. People are trying to act like Lupe Fiasco was not a successful rapper. It is so weird how history can be retold. It's so weird. Here's the crazy part, is when Lupe left the game, or towards Lasers, a lot of the gripe of Lupe and Lupe fans was that Lupe was too pop, was too successful, was no longer on the underground, he was too omnipresent, he was too big commercial. And then now people are like, are you mad that Kendrick was successful doing lyrical rap and you weren't? Lupe Fiasco sold 20 million plus albums, bro. Like, that is objectively successful. Spitting lyrical raps. Period. Like, what are we doing? And then if you know Lupe's story, Lupe basically bowed out. If Lupe kept, it seemed like every time the label would give Lupe a song with like a feature and all he had to do is do a verse on it and it had like a hook, these would be number one songs. These would be huge songs. Like, if we are what you say. Lupe has huge songs. He was the one who was like, I don't want to do this anymore. There's a reality where Lupe keeps taking airplanes that B.O.B. did, keeps taking all these, because he turned down airplanes, I'm pretty sure. And he is one of the biggest, this nigga damn near flow rider. Like, what is this weird, I think Lupe stopped doing stuff because he was becoming so, it was like Dave Chappelle with the Dave Chappelle show. And now all of a sudden it's like, Lupe was this underground rapper who nobody... No, nigga. He was one of the most commercially successful rappers who's ever been considered a lyrical rapper ever in the history of rap, bro. What is this? Like, I could even get more of the argument of people being like, oh, you were supposed to be a lyrical nigga, then you sold out. Maybe that, but like, oh, because Kendrick was successful rapping and you weren't. What, nigga? There was a time I remember Lupe was so everywhere. You would be in freaking Target. You would be in goddamn Barnes and Noble. And hear, all right. All right. It's like, nigga, are you serious? Where were y'all?
Because I don't need the whole world to dick ride and glaze me for me to know that Lupe is Lupe. Y'all just keep streaming your To Pimp a Mad City, and I get it. It's a great album. I would stream it too. Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly are two different albums. Don't act like you don't know that. But after all of this controversy, Lupe is done talking about Kendrick. You ain't never gonna hear the words Kendrick Lamar come out my mouth ever again.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll come back to this interview in 6 months. Disregarding your opinions on Kendrick Lamar, you also received criticism by saying that Nas would not rank high in an all-time lyricism scale. Is this something that you truly believe, or are you just being contrarian for the sake of it? Take the beat out, take the production out, take the hype out, and just leave in the words. No, Nas would not rank high. I wouldn't even rank high. I'd rank higher than Kendrick, but I wouldn't rank that high. What are your standards for lyricism based on? You know, like wordplay and metaphors and similes and bars and shit.
Yeah, no, he was bugging on this take. He basically, I had a whole conversation with King Green about this that's going to come out. But yeah, basically, and I reacted to this whenever I react to this. Lupe just puts punchlines so high that it ends up having him have these takes that seem so weird and head-at. And it's because I think just his system of judging is off. Now, it's his system. He has every right to have it, but it's just barbershop conversation. I also have a right to be like, I feel like that's kind of a flawed system. You know what I mean? Just a little debate, you know what I mean? Could be wrong, but I feel like when you can't even place yourself high in your own, if you have a ranking system that doesn't allow yourself to be placed high, it's a flawed ranking system. Because then it's like, wait, so what are you doing it for? Like
that. What is your favorite wordplay from 1-800? What is your favorite Logic bar in general? Kendrick Lamar, it's a pleasure to have you here for another interview. Lupe's taking shots again. And who is this Lupe that you're referring to? Lupe, the rapper? You mean Dua Lupe? That's a singer, not a rapper. That's Dua Lipa. I said Lupe. Lupe Fiasco. I'm not sure what this Lupe is, but it sounds bitter. Okay, I get it. Lupe be hating and throwing shade, and you're a way bigger artist than him, so you're gonna act nonchalant. But come on now, the guy's a legend. Let's not do the Conor McGregor. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? Classic.
And I believe that I have heard of this Lupe Fiasco. Just another dead prophet hoping the God will give him life. Well, he's dissing you, and he has been for like 15 years now. Are we ever going to hear a back and forth between the two of you? Probably not. But perhaps I'll address his comments in my next Heart installment, The Heart Part 7. The Heart Part 7? Oh, that's all you had to say. I'm hyped for that. Coming in 2032. I hate it here.
Oh my goodness, another Cornerstone classic. He said, what wordplay, what bars, what punchlines are in 1-800? I ain't gonna lie to you, Cornerstone. You cook with that one. Because it's like, wait, so you place punchlines and bars that high, but you have Logic higher? Even if we're just having the bar punchline debate, Kendrick, I could, for every punchline that you find from Logic, I could find a better one from Kendrick. Promise you. Promise. You cooked with that one, buddy. I ain't gonna lie.